Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. It's Melissa Kanaj, and today's episode is super special. I'm sitting down with Evangelist and YouTuber Lacy Brunson. We're going to go behind the scenes. He's going to show us how he makes his music and how you can do it also. Stay tuned. Okay, thanks for joining us. We're here with Evangelist Lacy Brunson. We've been trying to get together and do this because I've been wanting to ask him, how do you do what you do and why do you do what you do? For people that don't know us, Pastor Evangelist Lacy Brunson is part of the CFM Fellowship, where I'm a part of. And Pastor Brunson, can you tell us a little bit about your past, like how you got involved with music and how you're using it for God and how you use it as a ministry?
Absolutely. So for me, it started at a young age. My grandparents raised me, and from about 4 or 5 years old, I've only remembered, my grandfather was a musician. My grandmother was always singing. One of the uncles in the house playing a saxophone, and that was the environment I was raised in. They took me in at a young age because my mom was a drug addict, dad was in and out of my life. So they had a rule in their house: if you're gonna live here, you're gonna learn an instrument. So I remember from 5 years old, my grandparents put me in piano lessons, and every Saturday, roughly around 9 o'clock in the morning, I was going to piano lessons, learning how to read, write, compose music, playing classical, Beethoven, Joplin, Bach, all these guys, and for years, that's what I was doing and playing in these recitals. And so, roughly around 12 years old, I remember the church world and the church I was going to and other places begin to see, a musician and say, listen, we'll start to pay you to be a musician in our church for our services. And so from a young age, I was getting money. I could play at different churches, kind of put a resume out there, if you will, and play at different places. But problem was, I was never saved. The church world didn't see a musician soul as much, but they saw a musician, they saw talent. And I kind of learned from an early age, I can use this to my advantage. Fast forward, it's kind of like most artists nowadays, your Beyonce's, Justin Bieber's. I got my start in church, but now I take that skill and I begin to say, hey, I want to get interested into music recording and making instrumentals and production. And once I got into that, I really just kind of dove straight into it. And it really began to take off around 18 years old, freshman year of college. I made a song that happened to get some play on a radio station in North Carolina. And it just began to really take off and like accelerate what we were doing, sign some contracts with a management company. Now my mind is, listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going all in. I was trying to get the image, started getting tattoos. I'm like, this is how my life's going to be. I'm going to be a famous singer and songwriter. I'm going to make it in the industry. Mind you, as I'm doing all this, I'm still going to church Sunday after Sunday. I'm still a musician, I'm still playing, but for me, it wasn't about salvation, it wasn't about souls. It was just, this is another gig, this is another a venue that I'm gonna play at. Fast forward 21 years old, I got saved and like really, really saved. A lot of things shut down for me: basketball career, kicked out of college, even the music career, the doors just shut down. And I remember telling God on a Saturday night, I said, God, here I am. Tomorrow, Sunday, I'm going to get saved, but I'm going to give you all of me, not just part. And Sunday morning came, it was 2011, and I remember just surrendering, giving my life to Christ. A small church in a living room. I prayed and accepted Christ into my heart. And that moment I changed. From that moment, I no longer wanted to use my talents just for myself. I wanted to glorify God. Problem is, I didn't have a reference point. I didn't know what that looked like. I could see Christian musicians on TV or YouTube and think, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. But I really wanted to use it to reach people. So 2011 to now 2013, me and my wife, we got married in this time, and we're looking for a church. And long story short, we got into the Potter's House, Christian Fellowship. And my pastor immediately, I remember one of the first few services, he said, well, what do you want to do? What do you want to do with your life? And I said, well, Pastor, all I know when it comes to music is being a musician at church. And he said, well, you're going to either use music for personal entertainment, you're going to use it to make it about you, try to be famous, or you're going to use your music to evangelize. What do you want to do? And I said, well, I've tried the other two. I want to use it to reach souls. And for the first time, I had a pastor tell me, put the music away for 6 months. Don't touch it. Just come to church, live for God, serve God, learn what it means to be a believer. Just focus on Jesus. And for 6 months, I put away all my studio equipment. I didn't even touch it. I was just on outreach. I was coming to services. I was in morning prayer. Like I was being faithful. I began to give and tithing, and my life began to get folded like discipleship. I was giving myself to discipleship. My pastor was able to use my life and use me in different areas. And at the end of 6 months, he says, okay, you want to do something in the concert scenes? And by the time we did our first concert scene, by the end of 6 months, there was a significant difference in the music. Like there was a focus, there was an aim. It was targeted, aimed at souls, soul winning. It became a net. And now I begin to see the true purpose and the true power of what can happen when you allow, God to just have full right of way for the purpose of evangelism. So we begin to see concerts. I remember the first concert scene, we did 9 songs, me and another guy. Souls got saved. They began to open up doors. Our music began to get into prisons in different places. It began to go into high schools. We went into a high school in Southwest in San Antonio. We saw roughly 60 teenagers saved. Teachers are getting saved. We began to see people in parks. I mean, other churches. We got to go to Colorado, and we're just watching and seeing how the music, it's creating an open door. It's creating an avenue. It has such power because music can get in without your permission. So now here we were seeing what it can do. And fast forward, from that point forward, I've seen God use it. And, people will tell me, well, why don't you just go and you're why not making all these albums? Why you could be like Lecrae, you could be like Trip Lee, you could be famous, you could use it for the kingdom of God and make all. And I said, I don't want to do that. I said, I told God when I first got saved, I want to use it to save souls. And because of this, I've seen just a unique anointing, a unique power on the concert scenes and souls being touched, young people being inspired to raise up. And that's what I want, to show that there's an avenue that you can use this, that it doesn't have to be about fame. It doesn't have to be about views. It doesn't have to be about albums and money. It can be about soul winning. And that's what I've been seeing. And it's been such a blessing to see this happen in a supernatural way.
Okay, Pastor Brunson, that's wonderful to hear how God used you and just taking your life from where you were at, because everybody has a different testimony,
Right.
something they get saved from. And in our fellowship, we use music as a way to reach people, people that are not even musically inclined. Like for myself, I had no idea music or anything until I got saved. And I used to do music. Now I'm a grandma, so I'll be like the rapping grandma. So my husband's like, hang it up, no more rapping granny.
Hang it up.
But they want to do this. How do you get your songs? I know how I used to do mine,
Right.
but since I was like a newbie, I would just like match, like I would get a song from the world and I would do by the syllables, like,
Right.
but what do you do? How do you do it?
Similar concept. There's, sometimes I'll see that, there's something trending. The internet's very faithful, let you know what's trending on the world. So to show you what's trending songs, and sometimes, I'll take say, okay, I'm going to match it up and take it, reword it and make it, match. Sometimes I take just the chorus and just eliminate the verses and just make my own. Sometimes I just take the instrumental and just start fresh with the song as if I've never even heard it at all. So my favorite way to do it though is I do like to take the songs, some of these songs that are trending, I like to match the chorus a lot of time with, because oftentimes that's what's really trending the most. Is the chorus of these songs. So I'll take the chorus, keep the same syllable, keep the same layout, change the lyrics, and always just kind of focus to, in this chorus, if I only have 30 seconds to give you the summary of the whole song, I want in the chorus to be able to show you that here's an issue, a problem, here's a solution. It's going to point you back to Jesus. That's how I aim to do it. And even for the whole song, I always, just like any songwriter, you take the title, take the focus, the topic of the song, and you figure out how I'm going to make 3 minutes, and I'm just going to tell someone what I want them to know. Oftentimes what happens is I find people get a little overwhelmed with, I don't know how to write songs, when the reality is we write songs every day. Only thing difference between putting a song in music form is that you're telling a story and just making the words rhyme. That's really the only difference. But in its essence, Every day, if when we're witness to someone, you can take your witness, put it in a song form. You're telling your testimony, your story. You can put that in a song form, and all you do is making these words rhyme. So what I always aim to do is think, okay, if the song's 3 minutes long, if I'm telling this song to a person on the street, what would I want them to know about the gospel? How could I make them hear the truth in 3 minutes? If all I had was 3 minutes to tell you anything that I could possibly tell you about the gospel, I want to make sure I try to compact in as simple way as possible. Here's what the gospel is. Whether it relates to my testimony, this is who I was, this is who I am now, and it's because of Jesus. Whether it's because of a specific area of sin, a specific area of temptation, or maybe a specific struggle. Sometimes it's mental struggles. There's common areas that I know I used to battle with. Maybe there's addictions, there's pornography, there's alcohol, there's weed, there's drugs, right? There's feeling, inadequate. How can I take these topics showing that, hey, I used to deal with this too, but now I'm delivered in just 3 minutes. In 3 minutes and make it rhyme. You know your story better than anyone else. You know what you've been delivered from. You know how God brought you, know the process, and you can tell your story the best. And that's what people want to hear. They want to hear something genuine, not so much that, oh, it sounds, it had cool, a cool layout or it's, but more so if you tell your story on a sound, it always comes across. So I approach it from that mindset. There's times where I do original songs. I feel stirred and led. I'll have an idea, but the concept is still true. I want to be able to preach to someone. I'm imagining if I'm downtown San Antonio and if I've only had 3 minutes of your entire life, I want you to remember something you'll never forget. I want to plant a seed in your mind about the gospel of Jesus, because that way you're always fishing, you're always moving, and this is what enables different ideas. Sometimes people get stuck because they're like, well, it keeps sounding the same. That song sounded like the last song. It sounds like I'm repeating myself. Well, just remember, there's so many different areas when it comes to sin, the life, the mind. There's emotions, right? There's struggles, there's fatherlessness, right? There's broken, there's suicide. There's so many areas of life you can touch on and speak on it. You can make a song about it. Show someone how they can be delivered from depression. Make a song about anxiety. There's mental this whole topic of mental illness. Make a song about it. Right? Make a song about, these doctors are saying that, the only way you're going to cope is that you get these pills. You get Adderall, Xanax, Zyproxen. No, make a song about there's an answer for your anxiety. Make a song about the suicidal, right? We've made so many songs, different topics. You'll never run out of ideas, because there's issues that keep unfolding the more and more you live through life. And sometimes what helps is that think of a person, think of yourself, and think of a person you'd be talking to, maybe a close friend. You say, man, I've always wanted to witness to that person, but I didn't know how to approach it. You know what? Here's a song idea, because I know that person's life. That person's struggling. She's struggling from self-worth. She thinks the only way she's going to get attention is, she's got to show her body. She's got to wear all the makeup, right? She's got to, put herself out there and get any attention, even if it's bad attention. Turn it into a song, because you'll find that what that person is dealing with, there's millions of other people that's dealing with the same issue. Turn it into a song. So when you simplify what songwriting is, it's not so much as it is a special gifting, but as is you're just communicating. You're talking. So that's my mindset. Of course, I always pray. I'm asking God, help me, put your ideas, anoint my imagination. Now, there's a prayer aspect to that. And there's also the real life aspect of it, because these songs come from a place that's you. The man and the message are always connected. You want God to anoint your music. There's a certain way that you say, God, first me. I want to make sure I'm living right. I want to make sure that I'm in my word. You can't give what you don't have. So it always starts with me personally, my personal life. People see, they may see me on a concert stage or in a park or on a street corner, but before I was out there, I was in my personal place praying. I was making sure my heart's right. I'm in my word, I'm reading. And a lot of time what comes out is that when God's able to be with me, fill me, and you heal it. So there's the personal side, the private life, there's the public life. And when you're able to combine these, and just remember, I'm communicating to someone, I'm talking to someone. That's all I'm doing. You'll find that God will bless it. When you do it from that place in a genuine heart for souls, not so much about, is everyone else going to like it? I can care less if people don't like it. I'm always looking for the sinner. I'm never making anything for the church. I'm making something for the sinner. right? This is not about me trying to entertain the church. These are for the sinners. Like, I don't care if the church hears a song 20 times in in 1 month. As long as the sinner's getting saved, that's what matters. The focus is always people, souls. And when you keep that focus, keep it about soul winning, and have impact.
Very good, because I've heard people saying like, "Oh, I don't want to do the concert again or do the same songs," and they're,
Yeah,
but it's not about that.
not
It's about
about that.
the visitor that comes or the person that's hearing that,
Absolutely.
and that song, it touches something
Yep.
inside of you. I remember a song I had done like way back in the day, like
Yeah.
way back in the day. It was it's gonna be I forgot the actual name of the song, but it was my lyrics was, "It's gonna be hot in hell, so give
Yeah.
up all your sin."
Come on.
So this girl was like, "Oh, you messed up that song for me. Now every time I hear that song, all I hear is, it's
Yeah.
going to be hot in hell.
There
I
it
got to give
is.
up all my sin."
There it is.
So now if we get to like the practical side, so to get the instrumental.
Okay.
Okay, so let's switch to my computer.
Okay.
And so to actually get, like, let's say you hear a song on YouTube, like the
Right.
instrumental, and you want to grab it. You use a program similar to this?
Yeah, I do. There's millions of those around, but there's a few I have saved on my computer because they're trustworthy.
Right.
There's a lot of them, they want to just spam you, they want to sell you.
Right.
But there's some, like, so similar concept. There's an instrumental I find on YouTube, and there's a few people I follow on YouTube. They recreate instrumentals, they recreate popular instruments. So I subscribe to them because I know at least every day I'm going to have at least 3 different new instrumentals of something that's current.
Okay.
So I keep with those, and that they make it easier for me. I don't have to go around YouTube searching. So they do the work for me.
Right.
They make the instrumental for me. Then I just bring it here, download it, and pop it into the software.
Okay, one moment. Okay, so we're gonna look at some of the. So this one, you use these.
Yeah. So he's my go-to. Paraponka Beats. I use this guy probably out of all of them because if you go down, these are songs that just recently came out, right? These are all songs that just came out, and he does the hard work. He recreates the instrumentals, he puts them out there. So you're gonna have, when he makes them, it's because these are just coming out, and these are probably some of the most popular songs on these guys' albums.
Okay.
So I go to this guy and just download. Sometimes I'll see how I can reword them. Sometimes I just do the instrumental, and then that way when I post it or when I do the song, most people already hear the answer. But so like you just did, you copy, you paste,
Paste it. Hit
and we're gonna get
convert.
the instrumental.
All right.
And once we get that downloaded, we go into we'll go into our software.
Okay. Oops, it says refresh it. All right. So you just I do Control V to copy the name, Control
Right.
C, and then download MP3. I like
Yeah.
this one because it's from Reddit, so they're real clean. They keep everything.
That's good.
So then just download it, and there it is. So that's how easy it is for you to get it, and then you
Yeah.
can just go and look at it, and you can find what you have right
Boom.
there. Okay, and then you use this one also.
Yeah, so they offer some as well. These are, again, they recreate popular instrumentals, different areas, different groups of people, and then there's also these are different common names as well. And then there's also Matthew May. Matthew May, he does more original instrumentals, different ballad types, different emotional beat types. And these are, say maybe you have an idea, he can kind of help you along the way as far as like getting, so sometimes I'll pull from different areas. Different producers have different sounds, different feels of their instrumentals. But for the most part, the Paraponka Beats is usually my
Is your
go-to.
go-to.
That's
Okay.
where I kind of go to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So what I'll do is after I put up this video, I'll go ahead and put the links for you guys so that y'all can subscribe to them and you can find it. And then now after you've got the beat, you use this program.
I use Fruity Loop Studio. Yep.
Okay. So let's download it. So tell us a little bit about it while it's downloading.
So Fruity Loop Studio, it's a very basic program, but it's also very comprehensive. It can be very extensive in its use. It's powerful. It's one of the more common softwares they use to make beats, produce beats, but you can also use it to record songs. I've been using between Fruity Loop Studio and Pro Tools for a long time. But Fruity Loop Studio has recently been, maybe for the past 5 years, my go-to
Okay.
because it simplifies. It's a very, very simple program to use, and it kind of keeps it. It's, I guess I kind of use it as has our iPhones just know how to put everything in apps and kind
Mhm.
of put it simpler in the form to look at.
Mhm.
That's what it kind of does. It simplifies a very strong software and a DAW, DAW,
Okay.
and makes it user friendly for anyone to use.
Okay. So as soon as it finishes downloading, I'm going to start it up, and then we can maybe try it out.
Okay.
Okay, so it's ready. So we're gonna add it. And you were telling me before we started that this is free.
This is free.
It's free, and once you open it up, you've got to like finish it off, or
Right.
it won't save it.
Right. So this is a free software. You can use it. It'll tell you right there on the front page that you can use this as long as you want. It's a
Okay.
free program, and you can, once you open it, you have full access to the plugins. You can use access to the sounds. You can use it as if you bought it. But the issue is, since they want you to purchase it,
Mhm.
if you start the project when open it in trial mode, you'll always have to finish it. If you
Okay.
save it and close it, your save file will be there, but you can't open it until you buy the program. So I used the free version for almost 2 years, to be honest with you,
Okay.
because I wanted to be able to buy the full version. But a lot of these songs, especially a lot of the ones that people are really like, like the Pop Smoke remix, Dior, some of the old Roddy Ricch or the Box remix, a lot of that stuff was done in a free FL Studio
Wow.
program. And it was probably recently I got the full version, but it is worth the investment if you're going to use it. It is worth the investment. One of the versions that I like is like $200, but if you're going to be using it and using it for the kingdom, it's worth the investment because I need to be able to stop, save it, and come back to it at a later date just because of my schedule now.
Right.
But before, what I'd do is I'd say, all right, this Saturday or this Friday night, once the kids go to sleep, I'm gonna go down the basement and from 9 o'clock to maybe 12, I'm just gonna open it, start it, and finish it, or
Okay.
maybe on a Saturday. But it's free, and they let you have access, and we'll see once it's downloaded. It's a very, very, very good program.
Okay.
I recommend it to everyone, especially younger people who say I'm interested. I like to get into what we're doing, and so this program is very simple. You just download it, and all you really need is like we're using here. We have a USB mic. USB mics are very affordable nowadays, and they're simple enough to get started. This USB mic that we're using, this simple pop filter, Amazon usually sells these in bulk. You can get a bundle deal of a USB mic and a pop filter. That's all you need. And you can get it for roughly sometimes $50, sometimes 80. If you want to go higher, there's higher, but you don't have to at first. You can simply get something like this because a lot of times it's not so much the mic that you have, or some people want all the setup. I want the studio box. I want this. At my house, it's very, very simple. I have a mic system just like this. I do run through an interface, but this is enough. I have on my wall just two foam paddings that you could use to like insulate. I have two black foam paddings on my wall. I have the mic right there in the corner because all you want to do is kind of cut out an echo or reverb sound. You don't want your sound to hit a hard wall and come off. So all you need is something just to cut off the sound. You can make whatever you want. My wife one time made me from an old laundry basket that broke. She just put some insulation in it and put my mic in it. Perfect. It worked. It's not so much about you don't need to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars. It's the simplicity. So again, a mic just like this we're using right now, get a pop filter, Amazon, and it's a simple setup. You plug it into your computer's gonna read it, and you can get going. And I'll show you once we download how to navigate through accessing different mics because you'll have to tell the software, I want you to listen to this mic, or I want you to listen to the built-in mic in my computer. You'll be able to navigate, but again, a simple mic, just USB plug in just to get started. And you'll find, there you go, you're on your way to now having what you need to get going.
Okay. And that is this you use it to put your music on YouTube?
Yeah, so this software is simply just to record the music.
Okay.
Now to get it on YouTube, once I get my song to my phone, Then on my phone, I have softwares. There's KindMaster. You have different video programs that helps you simplify it. That you put the song in there, you make a video for it. I make a video for it. But there's so many tools now with AI. There's some tools you can just put your song in, and AI, it'll read it, it'll generate, make its own video, make its own lyrics. There's so much to simplify it. I just use KindMaster because that's what I'm used to.
Right.
But if I wanted to, there's softwares out there right now. All I got to do is insert my song on the phone and let it generate. It could generate a video, a lyric video, the lyrics on the screen. It could generate images, however depth you want to go.
Okay.
Or for me, I just put lyrics up there. I just want you to be able to read it.
Okay.
Because sometimes I've used them for concert scenes where I've had the lyric videos playing on the back. So now they're hearing what I'm saying, but they're also seeing the videos. Sometimes I've tried that out, but it's simple.
Okay. What was the name of the app?
So this would be now the FL
This one.
Studio
Okay,
25.
that's it right there.
There
You
you go.
do you record yourself, and when you do a concert, do you have like a background?
I do.
Okay.
So that's one of the reasons why I started recording them.
Okay.
One reason is because we began to record them back in 2014, and what we would do is put them on CDs. We put songs, we record our testimonies, and we put an altar call at the end, and we'd pass those CDs out. So down the road, when I was pioneering in Jersey, I remember hearing us trying to, trying it.
Okay.
You in Jersey, what we were doing, no thanks.
Oh, shoot. I said yes. Okay, let's go back.
Yeah, you exit out. There you go. So, I record them because I found that in Jersey, I was by myself a lot. It's me, my wife, and she did songs as well, but we're on outreach. She's got the kids. So I would record all of my vocals and everything in them and just rap along with it because it would help me. I would have to not worry about, volume adjusting. I wouldn't have to worry about switching for every song to make sure it's right. And then it would help me on my vocals because sometimes we'd be out there for like 2 hours and we're just doing songs and doing songs. Well, after you do about 6 or 7 songs, the vocals start to get a little hoarse and rough. So with my vocals in, I could cut back on a lot of these vocals and just focus more so on the ministry, in between. So it helps me out longer term. It helps the vocal control. It helps the strain and the stress.
Okay.
So I just started rapping along with it, and it sounds clearer. I don't have to worry about turn the mic up, turn the mic down, turn the bass out this way. There's a constant adjust. It sounds clear for every song because I've already done the work here for this. So if I'm playing it through any one sound system, as long as the sound system's good, we're already good. I've already mixed it in.
Okay, that makes sense. We always would just do it, live, and then if you forget your words, you're like, oh man.
Exactly, and that's another
It happened to
reason.
me one time.
Yep.
The mother church is Pastor Ruby's church. We're doing a concert, and I just went, hey,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I don't remember a
Exactly.
single word.
That's another reason because after you get about 10, 12 songs, it's like I don't remember. So now that's another. It's a help that I'm
Yeah.
doing a song and it's like, oof, but it keeps going, and I just kind of roll with it. You learn how to roll with it. But it's been so beneficial to long term, and I found that it helps because number one for me, I want people to hear it. I want people to hear every word, and sometimes it's a hard balance with mics and different systems. Sometimes it's a little muffled, or I want people to be able to hear clearly what I'm saying without any strain. So I do all of it right here. on
Okay,
my
so
network.
I did download one of those instrumentals.
Okay.
So what would we do to get that
All right.
instrument here?
So here we go. So now, what if I'm here and this is what the screen I see? The first thing I want to do, I want to pull this up, and I want to exit this out.
Okay.
And the second thing I'm going to do is this screen here. I want to maximize this screen because this is your main work screen.
Okay.
All right. So now here we have our blank in. To get the instrumental in, what I usually do is I just go to the folder, your downloaded files, and see it's right here.
Okay.
All I simply do is just drag and pull.
Okay, great.
And now that I dragged and pull to get, I pull it all the way over to the end, zero it out. This little tab right here, if you pull it over, you can extend and see the whole instrumental.
Okay.
So now I see the whole. And now the next test is to see if it plays. Because some instrumentals you download, they won't play. And what you do here, you see this area here? This says PAT. That means pattern. That means one pattern. What we want to do is go to song because we want to play the whole thing.
Okay.
And then we play out the whole instrumental. You probably hear it.
Let me see. Can you pause it? Okay, let me go over here.
Yeah.
Let me make sure the desktop audio's on. In one moment. Okay, so now we got the sound there. So
Okay. So yeah, now we have the sound. So we've tested, we're making sure it's playing.
Okay.
And that's what you want. You want to make sure it's good, it's playing. So that's step one.
Okay.
Once we have the instrumental in there, kind of like that. So if you guys hear a song, I heard it first. I heard it first. I might be going back to home. I might be going home and doing that one. All right. So second step is now we have our sound and now we want to test the mic.
Okay.
So in order to test the mic, what we need to do is bring up our mixer board. Our mixer board, we're going to be over here. You see these tabs? It looks like two knobs. It looks like two sliders.
Yeah.
That's going to be your mixer board. And in your mixer board, now you'll have, you can move, you can adjust. But what you want to do, this is where you're going to do a lot of your work.
Okay.
To adjust your mic, you go click on channel 1, make sure one's highlighted. You can highlight different ones, make sure one's highlighted and not the main because you don't want your recording on your main. You go to 1 and over here where you see none, that's looking for your insert or your input. What we want to go is see which one it's going to be reading. This one says Fruity Loop ASO 1. Let's see if the insert 1 is going to read it for us. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll turn it off real quick. Next thing what I'll do is check over here. There should be the options.
Okay.
You want to go to audio settings. Now audio settings are going to show you input. This is where you're going to read what mics you have. Right now it's reading it through Fruity Loops. But you see you have your other mics here. You have your Intel. This is the one right here. You see this?
Yeah, that's the one you're using.
And the speakers. So you want to be able to set, I want to say, read it right through here, the 5-fine microphone.
Okay.
That's what we've just told her. Read it through this microphone. And then now we're going to go back over here. Check 1, 2. We're going to see if it reads it up through it for us. No. All right. Testing 1, 2. Let's go back to options. Read it through your device.
I wonder if it's because it's being used by us.
Probably so. That's exactly probably why it is.
Because we're using it
for, and that's okay.
Okay.
If it's doing that, what we'll do for now is, if you're not using it, we're using it right now to record through. But if you're not, what you go through, just to be safe, you can go through right here.
Okay.
That's the Fruity Loop ASIO, and it's now reading it through there, so we're pretty good.
Okay, so it would.
On a normal synth, it would read and say, but since we're using it, it's pretty much being occupied.
Okay.
But we're here.
Okay, so that one is from the Fruity Loop, but if we didn't have that, you would have hit none and gone up there and found the microphone.
I would found that you find it and you assign it to say, this is where I want you to listen.
And how did you assign it again?
Options.
Okay.
Audio settings.
Audio settings.
And then right here, your device.
Your device. So how does it know it's number 1?
It's both number 1 and 2, but when you put 1 and 2, it's going to make it stereo. It's going to split it.
Right.
You don't want it to be split.
No.
You want it to be your mono.
Okay.
So,
and what if you had like 2 people recording?
You could do that. What you do is
one?
you could do 2, but then you start getting a little more. You got to have 2 mics in your interface.
Okay.
And you can assign them. And what you do is you assign, so you just say that you're going to be mic 1, and then you're going to be mic 2.
Okay.
Right? You assign this just for mic 1, and you assign this for mic 2. You could have multiple. You're mic 3, you're mic 4. And, it's a certain way you record, but you could do that. But for the most part, for 2 people, I use 1 mic, and we just record in layers.
Okay.
So, so now we're back here. We got 1. And then what's next is you begin to adjust for your EQ settings.
Okay.
First EQ setting, I'm gonna go to parametric EQ2,
Okay.
and I'm simply go to vocal presence. Up here you can adjust. Just go to vocal presence. That vocal presence, it cuts out lows. You could probably hear it. If you hear my voice now, check one, testing 1 2. Sounds more full, heavy. Check 1 2. Cuts out some of the lows, kind of nice.
Okay. So you like to use that
Vocal
vocal
presence. I
presence.
found that that's very, because what you want to do in recording, as long as your recording in sounds good, afterwards going to sound, it's going to easier better to make work, and
Okay.
cutting out some lows. So that's what's worked for me for a while. The second thing I do, I'm going to go to parametric EQ, and then I'm going to go to compressor. And your compressor is going to help with what's coming in, levels you want it to come down. It's going to help with your gains. I'm not going to turn the gain too high up here, but I found for me in my setting, what works is around like a 34.7. 34.7, my ratio 351. Now, a lot of this is hard to explain, but you can hear it, right? You hear as I'm adjusting what's happening. There's a lot of adjustments. I'm making my mic sensitive to the place and for what works for my vocals. So now here we go. We have this. I'll leave it right here for now. But if anyone watching, if you don't understand it, that's okay. If you find, just set these settings here and then adjust your gain accordingly. You'll find that it should work for you. Secondly, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go limiter. This is what my limiter does. Limiter allows me to put a noise threshold. Let's turn the mic off inside the ring for me. Let me turn it off real quick. So the limiter allows me to put a noise threshold in.
Okay.
This threshold says, all right, at a certain volume, I don't want you to record.
Okay.
So that way it's not picking up every little sound. And what I do is I turn this gain down. Let's see if it helps with the adjustment. See no more ring? It turned, you can see it. I'm telling it after this point, you don't record. If you see this bar going up and down, check 1 2. What it's now saying is you're not loud enough. I can't hear you. But my threshold, I'm saying at this point, at this point, at this point, at this point, you hear me. So now you see it's cleaning up. It's cleaning up through the mic, through the sound, and you find the place that works best. In my setting, I'm usually always around right here. That usually works for me. And this works really good for me for what I need to do. And it's transferable. If you find this range, you go on yours, you'll be good. It'll work good.
I have a question. So since you can't save, hold on, can you? Yeah. So since you can't, like for instance, save it, so every time you have to adjust it, or does it save that?
So you can save presets.
Okay.
But again, until you buy it, every time you open, you got to do this, which
Okay,
is not a
every time.
problem though, because you're teaching your brain.
Right.
You're training your mind. This is what I'm doing. And yeah, I did, like, again, I did it for years, but once you begin to teach your brain, and now going forward, this routine says, I hear something that needs to be adjusted, and now you know, versus just copying a pattern. Now you start to learn, well, when I adjusted the threshold a little more, it sounded a little better, it sounded a little cleaner. So it helps to do it. But you can save presets. I have all these saved. So when I open up, all I have to do is right click and I can just assign mixture state. And you can save an entire state and it's opened up.
Is that only on the one that you pay for, or can you do it even on the free one?
Let's try it. Let's do this. Here's what we're gonna do. Because we might be able to.
Okay.
So let's see here. We got the compressor, we got the limiter. I'm gonna open the mic back up real quick. All right. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that sounds clean. All right. Let's go limiter. Now we're gonna go reverb. We're gonna throw a little reverb on there. And check. 1. Just a little reverb. What I do for the end, I bring it down to the bottom, and I go up just a little bit.
Okay.
I just want a little color on there, not too much, because these are still the end vocal coming in. And then the last one, sound goodizer. Check. I'll drop it down. Usually put it right here. This gives it a little cut. This allows it to cut through music. So these 5 are my go-to. And these 5 will help your voice cut through music and have a clarity through it. So as is, so here's what we're gonna do real quick. We're gonna see if we can save this. You right click on the number 1. You go to File, Save Mixer Track State As. Well, we're gonna save this as pre-record vocal settings. So let's see. Bye. Save now, imageline.com. Let's see if it does it. Open. So they're there. Now let's test it. Let's just go over to number 2 and see if it opens it. Open track mixer state, pre-record vocal settings. Nope. See, they'll make you buy it.
So you have to buy it.
You have to buy it for that one.
But
That's
at
okay.
least people know that they can. Okay,
You can, yeah.
learn it, and it's something good to learn.
It's good to learn. Your repetition, it's like practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
The repetition is really good for the mind.
Yes, and what you're talking about now, I literally, because we don't have anybody that does sound at our church.
Yeah.
So I bought this huge book, and it's teaching me all this.
Yeah.
So
That's
this is
good.
basically like for the sound, because we own it's a digital sound.
Right.
The Behringer
Right.
XR18. And so it has all of this,
Yeah.
but all digital. So basically that's what this
Same
kind
concept.
of is? Okay.
Yeah, and only thing that changes is you just adjust for your room setting.
Right.
But it's like language. Language is music language is transferable.
Okay.
It just only thing that adjusts here, you have to adjust for this setting for your acoustic sounds.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get it there, it's good. So now let's go open back our mic. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then now, testing 1, 2. Now you see it sits with it. You hear it clearly. You hear it on it. Now I'm going to show you something. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I recorded vocals like this, it sounds good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That sounds clear. Now watch this. Let's turn this off. And then let's just happen to go to number 2 and just turn the mic on. Yeah, select the external, but you want to switch to it, but only to avoid. So now check this out. Check 1, 2. Hear the difference? Test it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is nothing on it.
Yeah.
And this is where most people have a problem because they don't understand the pre-vocal, and they just go and record and they're like, why does it sound bad? Because there's most of the work, a lot of it is done pre. It's gonna be before you even record, and when you get it right, it's a major difference. So check this out. We're gonna turn it off, and we're gonna go back to this one. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. This is what makes the difference, and this is just a USB mic. So for me, if I'm hearing this, I'm like, okay, I want some more gain on my, yeah. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. Check 1.
How
Yeah.
did you open that up?
So all I did was click on it.
Oh, okay. And it opened it up. Okay.
So again, I would run it through from the top. Parametric E2, slide this over until you get to vocal presence.
Okay.
Fruity compressor. Just copy these settings. Fruity limiter. Put the threshold on. And this helps because I can record like this because it cuts out all noise. My kids could be running around the house, all that, and they won't hear them.
Okay.
So I can make songs I've been made and no one would even know that they're running out playing. It's you because you can't hear it. It's just your threshold. So mimic these, reverb, and you can adjust your reverb to what you want. Some people like it. I like it a little more, I guess, dry. They call you coming in. I want just a clean vocal coming in, and then sound goodizer. You do that, and you got it. So that's your basic to get everything recorded.
Okay. Right now, we didn't record anything. We were just playing. You were singing over the track.
Yep. Nothing was recorded. So what I do, now here we have my settings. This is what I do before I even start. Once this is set, now I'm ready to go. So this mic here has a little delay because it's coming through Fruity Loops, and Fruity Loops is through the sound, so there's that slight delay. There's a way to try, if this is what you have, you could potentially try to adjust it. Go to options, audio settings, and then what we want to try to go to is like a playback. So show ASI panel. What we want to try to do is do a quicker, yeah, a quicker one. Let's see. Check. One. Testing. One. See that delayed? So a quicker buffer. Check 1, 2. That's better. It's a lot better. It's still more than I'd like, but it's better.
Right. And if we weren't doing this recording,
You could use the
video,
mic.
it would be a lot.
Yeah, and when it's mic'd right in, it's quicker.
Okay.
Check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1. Check 1, 2, 3. Check 1. But that's just simple tips to try to help. So now, okay. Now you have your track, you have your recording. You're here. And since this is what we have, here's if we want to record, okay. We're hearing that ring because of everything that's just coming through here. What I do is check 1, 2, yeah. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah, so Tyler the Creator, he's a popular artist, so he named this song "Sucker Free." So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I kind of like that idea, to be honest with you, because what he's saying is that I'm not gonna be naive no more. That's what a sucker is. A sucker is a person that's naive. Someone always gets over on you. They're always taking advantage of you because it's like you can't even see it. So in my mind, I'm like, that's how the devil looks at me. Devil's like, man, these are just suckers out here. Like, I can just lie to him. And in my mind, I'm like, that's how he got Eve. He said, yeah, here, take the fruit. God, you're missing out. And he got her. But now what he's saying is that I'm not naive no more. So for me, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take what's already happening. I'm going to take the name. I'm going to take the idea. And I'm going to say, you know what? Let's put the gospel in it. I'm sucker free. I got saved. I'm not falling for the devil's lies no more. I'm delivered. I'm only going to live by the truth. So here it is. If I make a quick song, I'm going to run you through just kind of, so I've wrote a quick lyrics, quick chorus. Okay. And I remember, so it's what we do. It's how we're going to record. When I'm ready to record, you go again, none, go to number 1.
Okay.
Check your vocals. Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 7, put this on number 8, so it's good to roll. Close enough. I can't get the 8. Where I go? 7 point. Close enough. There we go. All right. So now I'm ready to go. And what I'm going to do, and again, if you're doing this on your own, a good strategy to not have the music coming out. I have it right now. But if this was my setup, I'd find a way to put microphones in. and turn the speaker off so all that's coming in is vocals. You don't want to have outside noise. It messes up the recording. So here we're gonna try it. I'm gonna show you, just like if I'm gonna record it, if I'm doing a session, what you do is you verse record. You go to this red button, that's your record button, and where you want to go is audio into the clip. You don't want to do into the Edison. You don't want to go noise and automation or everything. You want to go audio into the playlist as an audio clip. And why that's important is because once you're recorded, you're going to have a clip, and that clip you can now manipulate, you can adjust. If you do everything, it's going to blend right into the whole sound. You can't do anything with it. So again, we'll stop it real quick. You heard that metronome. That metronome was saying, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and after the 4, we're going to start recording. So you can start it and just hit the space button, and when you're ready, here we go. Yo. Listen. Yeah. Satan like him young, got him real naive. Tell him taste the fruit like he did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how a sucker be. See, I got born again, now I'm sucker free. And Satan like him young, got him real naive. Tell him taste the fruit just like he did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how a sucker be. See, I got born again, now I'm sucker free. Always had an image, it wasn't wannabe. Putting on the front and I always struggle with my identity. I try to be a man, but a man was a friend of me. Man in the mirror was the enemy, Jesus was the remedy. Alright, so a quick run. And you know, I'd probably clean that up again, but I just want to show you. Here's one way you can do it. You can go right through and record and see what it sounds like. Satan like I'm young, got him real naive.
Oh, it came out good.
Fruit like he do with Eve. Right. Falling for the lie, that's how a sucker be. See, I got born again, now I'm sucker free. Right. Satan like I'm young, got him real naive. Tell him taste the fruit just like he did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how a sucker be. See, I got born again, now I'm sucker free. Always had an image, wasn't wanna be. Putting on the front and I always struggle with my identity. I try to be a man, but a man. Right. So. So now here we go, right? People be over here like, oh man, it's cool, but oh man, I messed up. And oftentimes I find that people try to start recording and go all the way through. You could do that, but my preference is this. So I delete this, you right click on this and delete. Here's my preference. I like to record in sections. So I'm gonna show you. Here's what I would do. I would record the chorus first. Let's do it. Yeah. Satan like him young, get him real naive. Tell him taste the fruit just like he did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how a sucker be. See, I got born again and now I'm sucker free. Satan like him young, get him real naive. Tell him taste the fruit just like he did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how a sucker be. Yeah, I got born again and now I'm sucker free. So I would stop it. Right? So now I'm like, okay, chorus is done. I could go in, play it, and here's why you play it. You disengage or disarm this button, and you just click space bar. Yeah. Satan like I'm young, get him real naive. Tell him taste the fruit just like he did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how a sucker be. See, I got born again and now I'm sucker free. Satan like I'm young, get him real naive. Tell him taste the fruit just like he did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how a sucker be. Yeah, I got born again and now I'm sucker free. See, I like that. It's clean. So now here we go. So here's what you do. You like it. You say, you know, I like how that came out. What I do, I right click. This is the instrumental. This is the first row. I always label them, so that way when I go back, I can go back and adjust. I'll put chorus. Chorus is done. So now that my chorus is done, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna look at that chorus. Remember this tab over here? You can slide over. I'm going to look at this and say how much of this, you can either drag this over or you can hit stop and play it from the beginning. Let's do it. So what I would do is I'd go to this tool right here and I'd probably chop off right here, slice tool. And then this tool, select, slice, select it, and delete. So now all I want is from where it plays like this. I don't want all that.
Right. It's kind of like making a video.
Yeah. Satan like I'm young, get him real naive. Tell like it did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how it's sucker be. See, I got born again and now I'm sucker free. Say it like I'm young, get them real naive. Tell them taste the fruit just like it did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how it's sucker be. Yeah, I got born again and now I'm sucker free. All right, so now I like that, right? So I'm like, okay, but it's, you're like, okay, well, how can I color it up a little bit? You know, if you're like me, I like to have it colored a little bit. What I do is I say, okay, you know what? His tool here, this pencil, is a very important tool. Always manage this pencil. So this pencil, what I do is I put it around 4. I want to start my recording right there. So instead of starting way back here, I'm going to start my recording. I'm like, you know, I'm going to add little ad-libs on my chord, right? I go like this. I do it again, the chord. And that's where the ad-libs. Yeah. Satan like I'm young, get him real naive. Real naive. Tell him taste the fruit just like it did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how it's sucker be. See, I got born again and now I'm sucker free. Satan like I'm young, get him real naive. Real naive. Tell him taste the fruit just like it did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how it's sucker be. I got born again and now I'm sucker free. Yeah.
Oh, that's like when we used to do 2 singers. I would tell them to back it up.
Yep, now you're making your own. So now let's listen. That's what we got. Yeah. Satan like I'm young, get him real naive. Tell him taste the fruit just like it did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how it's sucker be. See, I got born again and now I'm sucker free. Satan like I'm young, get him real naive. Tell him taste the fruit just like it did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how it's sucker be. Yeah, I got born again and now I'm sucker free. All right, so I'm like, you know, I like that. That's a little more full. So now what I label this one, chorus, ad-lib. And then again, I'm gonna go slice off what I don't want. Right there. And pencil. You do pencil or a highlight. Pencil, you just go and right click it. If you highlight it, you highlight it and you delete it. So now we're moving along. So here we go. We have our simple chorus, boom. We're here, right? So what we got. Satan like I'm young, get him real naive. Tell him taste the fruit just like it did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how it's sucker be. See, I got born again and now I'm sucker free. Satan like I'm young, get him real naive. Tell him taste the fruit just like it did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how it's sucker be. Yeah, I got born again and now I'm sucker free. All right, so now I want to do the verse. So what I do is like I look around like 13 and say, you know, if I start recording here, that gives me plenty of time. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna record the verse. Record on the clip. There we go. Verse time. Now I'm sucker free. Always had an image, was a wannabe. Putting on the front cause I struggle. See, I messed up. I read the word too fast. Putting on the front because I struggle with identity. There we go. Let's start again. Oh, I did that real quick. I'm sorry. I should have it. So here's what I just did. It can't come back now because I deleted it, but there's tabs. So say I did a recording and I didn't like how that came out. I stopped it and I hit Control Z and I just deleted it. So once you go on, you know, a lot of this stuff's just kind of habit, but you'll learn. All I did was just a quicker version of this, erase and delete it. Or you can come over here and it's like, just delete it. So I'm gonna try it again. And I'm showing you this process because this will help you tremendously in record. You can break it up into spaces and then blend it together. Let's try it again. Yo. Now I'm sucker free. Always had an image, was a wannabe. Putting on the front because I struggle with identity. Tried to be a man because a man wasn't friend of me. A man in the mirror was an enemy. Jesus was the remedy. Yo. All right, verse.
Let me ask you. So, when you're doing this recording, it automatically knows that it's going to go to the next track.
Yep.
Okay.
It's automatic, and it will drop it down lower.
It'll keep going down more.
Yep. So let's listen to that. Always had an image, was a wannabe. Putting on the front because I struggle with identity. Tried to be a man because a man was a friend of me. A man in the mirror was an enemy. Jesus was the remedy. Yeah. Boom. So here we go. What I do is I'd probably keep that little yeah in there. I like that. Kind of helps that out. Let's go here and Get you out the way.
Tasting fruit just like it dignity. Falling for the lie, that's how it's sucking me. Yeah, I got born again, now I'm sucker free. Always had an image, wasn't wannabe. Putting on the front because I struggle with identity. Tried to be a man because a man was a friend of me. A man in the mirror was an enemy. Jesus was the remedy. Yeah.
All right. So rename that verse. And now what you can see, I'm gonna make this a little bigger. I like to see a little more what's going on. So now what you can say is, all right.
That's how it's sucking me.
And again, this, you can do as much as you want. You're only as limited as much as to your imagination. Whatever you want to do, you can. If you want to sing over your verse, if you want to add more ad libs, if you want to add someone else's, you can do whatever you want. But you again, in this free trial, you can do a lot.
That's how it's sucking me. Yeah, I got born again, now I'm sucker free. Always had an image, wasn't wannabe. Putting on the front because I struggle with identity.
So here's what I would do. I'd come back right here. I'd record one more. Here we go. Check it out.
That's how it's sucking me. Yeah, I got born again, now I'm sucker free. Always had an image,
Was a wannabe.
putting on the front because I
Struggle with identity.
tried to be a man because a man
Was a friend of me.
in the mirror
Was the enemy. Jesus was the remedy. Yeah. Right. So now just colored.
That's how it's sucking me. Yeah, I got born again, now I'm sucker free. Always had an image, wasn't wannabe. Putting on the front because I struggle with identity. Tried to be a man because a man was a friend of me. A man in the mirror was the enemy. Jesus was the remedy. Yeah.
Boom. And you do whatever you want. You could say, all right, you know.
Yeah, I got born again, now I'm sucker free. Always had an image, wasn't wannabe. Putting on the front because I struggle with identity. Tried to be a man because a man was a friend of me. A man in the mirror was the enemy.
All right, so I'm gonna relay this verse, verse, ad lib, and how I always help myself is this ends with remedy. I say remedy, so at least I know which one this is, and like this one too. I say I only put verse because that's all I'm gonna do, but I put remedy. Right.
Let me ask you, like on if you were doing a video, like the chorus part, like let's say you did it, you could like get that duplicated, and do you ever do that
Like, so if I'm doing this,
instead of doing
exactly.
the chorus?
Once I do one chorus, that's why I make sure it's all done. All I do is copy and move it over.
Okay.
Yep. And I can show you how to do that real quick. So now,
That's how it's sucking me. Yeah, I got born again, now I'm sucker free. Always had an image, wasn't wannabe. Putting on the front because I struggle with identity. Tried to be a man because a man was a friend of me. A man in the mirror was the enemy. Jesus was the remedy. Yeah.
so just for one more example, just say someone said, I want
That's
to
how it's sucking me. Yeah, I got born again, now I'm sucker free.
Yeah.
Always had an image, wasn't wannabe. Putting
Yeah.
because I struggle with identity. Tried to be a man because a man was a friend of me. A man in the mirror was the enemy. Jesus was the remedy.
Yeah. All right. So
That's how it's sucking me. Yeah, I got born again, now I'm sucker free. Always had an image, wasn't wannabe. Putting on the front because I struggle with identity. Tried to be a man because a man was a friend of me. A man in the mirror was the enemy. Jesus was the remedy. Yeah.
all right. So now let's see. We're gonna take off from verse slice tool. If you slice with the blue, with the left, it's gonna be blue. If you slice with the right, it's red and automatically cuts it. Just so you know.
You're talking about your mouse.
On the mouse.
Right and
Yeah.
left. Okay.
All right, and now let's go verse, remedy, sing, ad libs. That way you know. All right, now say if you're here and you're like, and say if you're here and you're like, you know what? Okay, well my chorus starts right here. How can I copy and paste? You go to your highlight tool, and here's what you go. You highlight all of this and Control C. Alright, and then now what you do, pencil tool. What we're going to do is Control V.
Okay. Oh, and you keep it on the same line. Okay.
So now
With identity.
Now what you gotta do is line it up.
Friend of me, a man in the mirror was the enemy. Jesus was the remedy. Saying like I'm young, get him on naive.
See, now it's off, right? So what you gotta do is you gotta move it. Sometimes you'll find it's stuck on the lines. How do I need to move it a little closer?
Saying like I'm young, get him on naive. Tasting fruit just like a dilly. Falling for the lie.
see how it's like stuck? Here's how you adjust it. You need to move in between the lines. So first you make it a little bigger. See, and this arrow here, snap, none.
Okay.
Right now it's snapping to the lines. You want none.
Yeah.
Now you're like, so I need to move it this way to the left some more.
Satan like I'm young, get him when naive. Tell him taste the fruit just like he did with Eve.
So a little more.
Satan like I'm young, get him when naive. Tell him taste the fruit just like he did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how it's sucker be. See, I got born again and now I'm sucker free. Satan like I'm young, get him when naive. Tell him taste the fruit just like he did with Eve. Falling for the lie.
This is why I make this big, because I want to move this back a little more, just a hair more.
Satan like I'm young, get him when naive. Tell him taste the fruit just like he did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how it's sucker be. See, I got born again and now I'm sucker free.
So, there it is. So, now let's say, alright, you know what, we got this song, I like it, done.
Yeah, I got born again, now I'm sucker free.
So now I'm listening, right? I'm like, alright. By the way, stop the slide, that's what I'm gonna do. Right there, only right there. So slice tool, right there.
And with the blue.
And cut it off. Boom. So now, right, you're like, all right, cool, we got our track. I like this. And now, what's the next step? You know, if you never did anything else, it sounds decent. And how you begin to adjust your volumes is tool here. That one right there. So now, remember I said record it as playlists. Now this is why. Because you can now adjust. So now you're here, right?
Yeah.
Here's a volume knob, right?
Like I'm young, get him when
I'm like,
naive.
a little more volume.
Taste the fruit just like it did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how it's sucker be. See, I got born again and now I'm sucker free.
Right? But what I usually don't touch those. Here's the next part of it. It's a little more tricky, but I'll show you, and then that way you can just pattern from it in the video. A lot of it, I'm not going to be able to explain it fully, but that's the cool thing about this video. You can go back to this and look at exactly. So what I'm about to do now is I'm going to put my chorus on a different channel, so in my mixer board, I can add different sounds and colors. So check this out. Chorus, I'm gonna go number 2. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Chorus is I'm gonna do. These are all on number 1 right now.
That's your mixer board.
So that's my mixer board right now. So here's what I want to do. I want to move these. Here, let's do this. I want to bounce these sounds out to here. 1. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to move you. Let's do it like this. Here we go.
Yeah. Satan like I'm young, get him when naive. Tell him taste the fruit just like he did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how it's sucker be. See, I got born again and now I'm sucker free. Satan like I'm young, get him when naive. Tell him taste the fruit.
Because I see it's limiting me because of the. Alright. So let's do this. Let's do this. What we're gonna do right now, so check this out. I want to be able to control the color here. So, yeah, it's limiting me because of the, oh man. Oh, yeah, it's limiting me.
And limiting me, you mean by?
So because it's a trial, there's a lot more you can do with the free version that you can't do. They do that intentionally.
Oh, you mean like the paid one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's intentional, it's expected. But here's what you can do. Check this out. So now you want to color your stuff. So what you do is you go back to channel 1.
Yeah.
And this is where your vocals are coming from right now. Here. If you adjust this volume, that's your volume. Check this out. I go to limiter. You can give it a little more sound guide. Always had an image, was a wannabe. Because I struggle with identity. Try to be a man because a man was a friend of me. A man in the mirror was an enemy. Jesus was a remedy. Satan like I'm young, get him when I eat. Tell him taste the fruit just like a guilty. Alright, here we go. Because it's so, okay, this is tough. So here's what you have to do. If you're in this free version, check this out. It may seem like a lot of work, but it's okay. Check this out. This is what we're going to do. This button here mutes. I want to mute each track individually, and we're going to export it out into a folder. And this is why. So just follow along with me here. We're going to mute the instrumental, and we're going to keep only the chorus open. And this is what I mean by bounce out. We're going to go to File here. Okay. We're going to go File, Export. And we're going to export as a WAV file. And here's what we're going to do. So in this project, what I would do if I were you, I'd make a folder. Make a folder just for music. And folder, there we are. Let's just go my songs, my songs. All right, my songs. All right, so my songs, and in your folder, make folders. This is your song folder. Now this song, this is the Sucker Free. Come on, Sucker Free, Holy Ghost. All right, so Sucker Free. So now what we're gonna do, we went to projects. We made my songs, and in my songs is this one. So now you imagine in this one you're gonna have all your songs. So what we're gonna do in the Sucker Free folder, we're gonna keep all the files together. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna call this one chorus. Hit enter. You'll see this screen. Leave it as is and just hit enter. That's gonna send just the chorus into the. Then we're gonna mute the chorus and do this with the chorus ad-lib. Same exact thing. File, export, WAV file, my songs, go to your file, and then label this one, chorus, ad-lib, save, export. Mute, unmute, verse, we're going to go to the main verse for the remedy, my songs, boom. Verse, remedy, and let's do main. And again, this is the long way because this is a trial version, but it works just the same. You'll see what I mean. Mute, unmute, same thing. Let's go export. Remember what you're doing. This is the verse remedy. Verse remedy. And I'm going to show you why we're doing this. Check this out. Because you can have it like that if you want, and you know it's up to you. But I'm just going to show you my process. I like to color. I really do enjoy it, and I try to do it to the best of my ability. Because I really feel like it doesn't matter what people hear. Verse ad-libs, sing. All right. So now that we have all, no, I did it wrong. See, I did it wrong. Mm-hmm. I forgot to unmute it. There we go. Let's go verse ad-libs, sing. And just it's going to ask you want to replace it? Yes. Now, boom. Here's what we do. We're going to unmute all of these. And And now what we're going to do is this. We are going to go to our folder. We're going to go find it. You see it's right here? And all of these, highlight them all and drag them all in.
Okay.
Bow. Highlight them all and drag them over. And this is why we just did this. So we're gonna, now that we got those in, we're gonna delete these. These are your exact vocals, but now what you have is, you have these 5 different audio tracks that we're gonna be able to manipulate and move. So check this out. Now you go to the mixer board, and this is what you got. You're gonna put this one on 2. You're gonna put this one on 3. You're gonna put this one on 4. You're gonna put this one on 5. And then verse main. We'll peep the verse main and also the same with the chorus because they're pretty much the same style. But now you got chorus 2, which is your ad libs. Chorus 1 is the main one, 2, and then ad lib is going to be 3, and then the main down here is going to be 2 to match the chorus. Main ad lib for the verse is going to be the same as chorus ad libs, and then the only one that's going to be different is 4 because that's singing. Now, so follow along. Now we're here. This is where it gets fun. Because now, listen to chorus number 2. See, now we're playing on 2. Now we're separated. Why that matters is because now we can put color on each channel. So check this out. Now this is chorus 2, right? Here's what I would do. First thing for chorus 2, I'm gonna go maybe check 1, 2. Yeah, there we go. So check it out. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna mute this mic since we don't need it anymore. And I'll just speak through the other one. So now check it out. So for me, I'm like, okay, I need a little more. I'll put a little more. I'm gonna go EQ. I'd go here and I'd probably. I like this one right here.
The 30 hertz.
Yeah. A little more reverb on it. A little more color. Here. I'm gonna go a little more sound. Power cut through.
And that's on the numbers coordinate with what you're doing.
Now here I'm cutting through. Now notice. Watch this. You're gonna hear every sound. I'm gonna take the sound equalizer. Watch it. Cut through. So now for the ad libs. So now I know ad libs is number 3, right? That's for verse and chorus. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go this one here. Then I'm gonna go little reverb. What I do with this one verse is a splitter. It's called stereo shaper. This one goes to the arrow preset. Go to stereos 3. You have to move it over.
be. Yeah, I got born again, now I'm sucker free.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Satan like I'm young, get him real naive. Tell him taste your fruit just like he did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how a sucker be. See, I got born again and now I'm sucker free. Satan like I'm young, get him real naive. Tell him taste your fruit just like he did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how a sucker be. Yeah, I got born again, now I'm sucker free. Always had an image, wasn't wanna be. Putting on the front because I struggle with identity. Tried to be a man because a man was a friend of me. A man in the mirror was an enemy. Jesus was a remedy. Satan like I'm young, get him real naive. Tell him taste your fruit just like he did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how a sucker be. See, I got born again and now I'm sucker free. Satan like I'm young, get him real naive. Tell him taste your fruit just like he did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how a sucker be. Yeah, I got born again and now I'm sucker free.
Throw a little more reverb on that. And then now, this one here. So check it out.
That was sucker be. Yeah, I got born again, now I'm sucker free. Always had an image, wasn't wanna be. Putting on the front because I struggle with identity. Tried to be a
Now I
man
go to
because
this
a man
screen
was a
and
friend
I
of
want
me.
to turn
Man
up
in the mirror was an
my,
enemy. Jesus
I
was
want
a
to turn up
remedy.
my reverse
Satan like I'm
main
young,
a
get him
little more. I turned it up from right here.
Okay.
that was sucker be. Yeah, I got born again, now I'm sucker free. Always had an image, wasn't wanna be. Putting on the front because I struggle with identity. Tried to be a man because a man was a friend of me. A man in the mirror was an enemy. Jesus was a remedy. Yeah, Satan like I'm young, get him real naive. Tell him taste your fruit just like he did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how a sucker be. See, I got born again and now I'm sucker free. Satan like I'm young, get him real naive. Tell him taste your fruit just like he did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how a sucker be. Yeah, I got born again, now I'm sucker free.
Then now, check it out.
Yeah, I got born again, now I'm
Singing
sucker
one
free.
for
Always had an image, wasn't wanna be. Putting on the front because I struggle with identity.
I go.
Tried to be a man because a man was a friend of me. A man in the mirror was an enemy. Jesus was a remedy. Yeah.
Now check this out. I want to hear just the singing alone, so I'm going to mute all these. We don't even need those four anymore. But I'm going to mute this one, I'm going to mute this one. I just want to keep this one, right? So now say if you're musically, if you know your notes, they should have a free version of somewhat like an auto tune in here. So like if it's me, I'm going to pull on my phone, my piano app. I have a piano app. So now I'm like, okay, what's this key? I'm going to listen, I'm going to find the key. It's going to be in, that's F sharp or G flat, right? Okay, so now I know it's G sharp or F flat. So now watch this. So now we're going to go, I want it on the number 4. EQ, and then we're gonna go throw some reverb on that, a little heavier on the singing vocals. I like a little heavier reverb, a little size, make it bigger. Right here, and I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna cut out, there it is, this one.
Big blow.
Yep. I'd probably put the rollout too on the 3. Now I think about it. I want the rollout on the 3. I like to cut out a little more lows on the ad-libs to leave the main vocals. So now check this out. So 4. So if you're like, man, how do I do? Because most people want to know how to do auto-tune. Free version has it. You go, this is my singing vocals line. I put my EQ, my roll off. I let that roll off the lows. I did the reverb, right? A little higher, a little bigger size. Now I'm like, all right, well, what about it's called pitcher.
Okay. Oh, it's not in the testing.
Oh, let's see. Let's see if it'll do it.
Okay.
So minor, you would go major. If it's major, remember what I say, F sharp, right?
Yep.
So F sharp, and then let's see if it did it. So I think it did it. Here's the quickest way to find out. If I were here and I said, so this is, remember, this is my recording line. Always leave that as your recording line.
Okay.
Say if I were to add, you know what, let's see if it works here. Please note that the plugin feature is not included in addition. You are tested. It might not be. But this would be it. If you buy it, this is the one that it is.
And what is this doing?
This is like an auto tune effect.
Okay.
This is like a, so let's see here. I just want to see if it's working. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, it's not working. Check. 1, 2, no. Okay, so it's not available in the trial. There is, yeah, okay. That's right. So that's where it's limited at, where you can't access all of them, but you still get this one. But you don't need it. It's just cool to play around with. Especially because now a lot of auto-tune stuff is a lot of guys, so I'll just delete that one. But check it out. So this is your... play with stuff, but essentially, you know, I put a little some sound godizer on it too, on number 3. Right, so check this out. Turn it down a little bit. And here's what else I would do. I'm like, you know what? I like that, but I want to hear like a little radio sound on there. I feel like a little radio sound would be. So this is what you go to EQ. And in the EQ, they have these effects. One of them's radio.
Okay.
I think that sounds nice. Watch this. A little color. You know, a little color. It's there. So let's see what that all sounds like together. So remember, a tool, unmute what needs to be unmuted. All of these.
Okay.
Yeah, I got born again, now I'm sucker free. Always had an image, was a wannabe. Putting on the front because I struggle with identity. Tried to be a man because a man was a friend of me. Man in the mirror was an enemy. Jesus was a remedy. Say it like I'm young, get him real naive. Tell him taste the fruit just like it did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how a sucker be. See, I got born again, now I'm sucker free. Say it like I'm young, get him real naive. Tell him taste the fruit just like it did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how a sucker be. Yeah, I got born again, now I'm sucker free.
So there it is. That's your basic. You know, it's simple. And it's fun once by the time you get it, because there's so much. There's so many tools. There's so many. If you look at all these plugins and everything, there's so much that you can do.
Right.
For me, I enjoy it. I enjoy this part of music more than anything else, because it's you know how some women like to bake. You get to experiment. Like I like to. You guys like to build. This for me, I could sit here for hours because there's so many plugins. But it's just your basic, you know, here we are in the beginning. We've made a song. You've seen start to finish how you can get things to work, how you can get things to move. And the more you work on it, you get it.
Say it like I'm young, get him real naive. Tell him taste the fruit just like it did with Eve. For the lie, that's how a sucker be. See, I got born again, now I'm sucker free. Say it like I'm young, get him real naive. Tell him taste the fruit just like it did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how a sucker be. Yeah, I got born again, now I'm sucker free. Always had an image, was a wannabe. Putting on the front because I struggle with identity. Tried to be a man because a man was a friend of me. A man in the mirror was an enemy. Jesus was a remedy. Say it like I'm young, get him real naive. Tell him taste the fruit just like it did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how a sucker be. See, I got born again, now I'm sucker free. Say it like I'm young, get him real naive. Tell him taste the fruit just like it did with Eve.
I probably
Falling for the lie, that's how a sucker be. Yeah, I got born again, now I'm sucker free.
So now imagine you're learning how to play. You're playing around with it. It's like, you know, okay, I got some ideas. You know, let's see. You know, I'm here. You know, like out the ending.
Tell them taste the fruit just like it did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how a sucker be. Yeah, I got born again, now I'm sucker free.
Little stuff like this, like.
Tell them taste the fruit just like it did with Eve.
Add a little break, add a little pause, right?
That's how a sucker be. Yeah, I got born again now.
Right now, take this out. Boom, from the chorus, from the instrumental. Boom, your tool, just slide it, get it. Your pencil tool, slide it over real quick. Slide over a little bit and see what happens. Right? See what kind of dynamic that just adds.
Falling for the lie, that's how it's sucker be. Yeah, I got born again, now I'm sucker free.
Just a little color. Sometimes just a little color.
Tell them taste the fruit just like it did with Eve. Falling for the lie, that's how it's sucker be. Yeah, I got born again, now I'm sucker free.
Right? Just a little color, little stuff. And you'll find you're hearing a lot of in these backgrounds of stuff that's there, but when you record it without the speaker, you got a lot more control. Like we're hearing a lot of background noise that normally wouldn't be there. So like for example, like
Yeah, if we had headphones.
there's little things I do when I'm done recording. I go in and I try to cut out little colors like stuff like this. You know, just kind of cleaning it up. I try to cut out what needs to go. You hear that? You hear that? That's the keyboard. So I just go and clean it up. Usually I do this before I even start doing all this. Whatever I need, whatever I need. All the extras. See that? I don't want to hear all that. You're cleaning that up. And all we're doing is cleaning up. Right? You're just cleaning off loose ends. You're chopping it off. I don't need that. All that noise. All that's extra noise. You know, little stuff like that. It matters. People hear that. And you're just working on cleaning. You're being more efficient. You know, it's like a construction project. You build a house, you get rid of all the excess. You know, you don't have loose nails out the wall. You won't have, extra. You get rid of the extra material and just leave what you need. Your final presentation. Not that we're trying to be perfect, but presentation matters. You know, there's a level of spirit of excellence that I try to function with.
That's what I always tell my media team.
There you go. You follow that pattern, that's what you have. And this is just, again, a mic. It's a quick USB mic. But when you just kind of know how to make it sound clean coming in, your output is way better.
And let me ask you this. This one, like for instance, if you were going to do this song, which you're probably going to do it. Yeah, it's a good song.
This is going to come out.
So you guys, y'all heard it here
You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Come on.
Okay, so now this would be for YouTube. Do you use the same backtrack that you're using at YouTube? Do you use that when you're ministering at a concert or anywhere?
And the reason why is because, again, there are I do a lot of songs, and I don't remember a lot of the words, to be honest with you. So I help myself. I try to study them, but also, again, in a concert scene, if I'm doing this, now what I know is this track has already been mixed right. This track has already been mixed where the vocals are cutting through the music. The music still has its fullness, its bass, it has its range of its EQ, but I've set the vocals to where they're coming through clearly. So now as I'm rapping, I'm enhancing the vocals, but they're coming off so clear to the hearer. And that way they're hearing my vocals as well cut through. So now it sounds like a double voice, gives it another effect. But then again, also, I don't have to strain my voice because the battle's always been, you've probably been there. It's like, I want the music to be loud, but it's like, the mics aren't good, so cut the music down. And you're trying to find that balance. And I don't want to worry about that issue. I'd rather just be like, turn the music on. Let's go. You want it loud? Let's turn it loud. And especially if I'm outside, I want to be outside as loud as possible, as clear as possible. And this has allowed me to do this I can have this up in a park, turn the volume up, turn the bass up. I don't care what you do. It's going to still come across clean because we've already done the legwork on the back end to where it's there. So it helps me. Some people rather have it to where it cut. You could say, all right, you know what? I'm going to correct this for YouTube, but for the live version, just mute those and bounce out a separate version for live. Some people can do that. But me personally, I rather do it with the lyrics just because I need my vocals preserved as long as possible. I've done concerts where we're just rapping over, we're doing the chorus, we're doing the songs, and by the time song number 8 is, and you don't have that strength, you don't have that push, and you wear yourself out a lot more. I'd rather keep it simple, help myself out, and focus on preaching in the ministry. I'd rather focus on once the song's over, now I'm able to preach altar call, I'm able to preach, and I'm not strangling my voice or straining it. So it helps me. That's me personally. I found that it's made my concert scenes more efficient. I'm able to go longer. You know, like here we're at the Trade Center.
Right.
That was like a 2-hour stretch.
Right.
Did almost 20-something songs.
Right.
But vocally, vocally, I'm good because I'm not straining out there. If that were no songs in the background.
Right. Because we were at when we did the concert at night. You told me to turn your mic a little
down. Yeah.
So it won't compete.
No. That one was because I think what happens, I think you turned it up. It sounded like you turned it up for the guy giving a testimony.
Yeah, they were giving testimony.
And it stayed up. But the problem was he's speaking from down here. I speak here. So the moment I got back in, it was
too loud. Okay.
So that's all that is. But I always tell people, when I do it for the concerts, because I do this, I tell them adjust the mic setting to where you want it. For me, adjust wherever you want your mic volume, set it there, and then move the music to it. And once you get the mic volume, it's the clear crispness you want, you don't even have to touch that no more. You know, that's for me personally because I know where I hold the mic, but some guys do hold it down here. Some guys, but concert, it's here for me. So in that way, it's so much easier, you know, in my opinion. It's clear, it's crisp. I've had people tell me I understood every word of your concert because of this.
Because of that. Because it's mixed with the music.
It's with it. Okay. Right, because you hear some concert and it's like they're going, you know, but it sounds like and they rap fast. Sometimes they like to rap fast, and it's like I don't catch anything you said. I feel your energy, I hear the cadence, but I don't hear you. I want people to hear every single word. So now here we are. You've recorded a song, you've done your thing, and again, it's a lot of it's a lot of work, but it's worth it. So now you got your song right here, right? And you're like, okay, now what? How do I get my song on my phone? How do I get the file? So you listen one final time, you say, okay, I like it, I like what I hear, I've cut out my loose ends.
Because I struggle with identity, tried to be a man because a man was a friend of me. A man in the mirror was an enemy. Jesus was a remedy. Say it like I'm young, get him naive. Tell him taste the fruit just like.
All right, so we like it, right? We're like, okay. So this is what you do. You've done, and remember, here's what you can do just in case you might want to buy it down the road. Save as, you save as, sucker free remix, right? And here's what we want to say: save it into studio projects. Find it where you want it to go. Remember my songs, and save it in here. Keep it everything in one file, and you sit and you put it here. Remix, and then we're gonna do MP3. All right. Select this folder. Oh wait. It's telling me select folder. This one. Select this folder. All right, now sucker free remix, MP3. Okay, and save.
But now
now it's saved, right? So now it's telling you, okay, I've saved your file, but you can't open it until you buy it. Which is all right. Which is why I say you bounce out. This is what I used to do first. I would say, all right, you know what? Let me go export this. Now we export as MP3.
Okay.
You export as MP3. Remember, find the file.
Well, look, it's at the top.
Right. So now, boom, you're here. My songs, and now you're gonna go here. Okay. You're gonna put it in here. Save it. What I bounce it off is right here, 192.
Okay.
The bit rate. it's a bigger file, which means it holds more data, but it's not too big to where some the average is usually like you'll probably see 128.
Right.
But I do 192 because I like a little more clarity. 320 is the best, but it's too big of a file.
Okay.
So 192 and save.
And you leave everything else.
And just leave it, save it,
Okay.
yeah. Leave everything else. And boom.
You got it.
Now it's done, so don't close it yet, just in case. So now you go to your file and you say, okay, here it is. And you'd open that up
Okay.
and you'd listen to it, right? What I do is put it on my phone. I like to go listen to it through a stereo or my car.
Yeah.
I want to see how it sounds. Usually a car stereo is good. Put it on your phone or put it somewhere where you can play it through your car, play it through some headphones.
Okay.
But usually my go-to is I play it through a car. If I can, I play it. If I used to do it at the church, so I play it through the church stereo because that's my number one. I want to see how it sounds for a concert or outreach.
Okay.
Play it through your car, play it through your headphones, and say, okay, how does this sound? What is this? Am I satisfied with the Am I satisfied with the setting?
Okay.
But that's pretty much that. And once that's there,
You have it.
you have it. Now you have the MP3. Put it where you may. I put it through my iTunes. I have a list of songs in my iTunes. It goes on there.
Say it like I'm young, get 'em when I eat. Tell 'em taste the fruit just like it did
Right.
me. Falling for the lie, that's how it's sucker be. See, I got born again and now I'm sucker free.
Okay. So now, once I have my MP3, that's when if I'm satisfied with it, I put it on my phone. And on my phone, that's where I make the lyric video.
Okay.
And in that, essentially, you can pick whatever app you want. There's tons of them out there. There's KindMaster. There's Video Pros. There's iMovie. You name them. You can find one where you do more manually, or you can find an AI version. An AI scans your song and says, "Here are your lyrics," and it'll put everything where it goes. I don't do, it's up to you. But that's essentially it. And once you make your video, same concept. You save the video to your phone, go to YouTube, upload.
Okay.
And it's the basic process. But as long as you get this is your main leg work.
So if we close this and open it back up, could we try to see
So
if we could get
save it one more time.
Okay.
File.
can't see.
So you go file here.
I have
And just
that.
go
Okay, there we go.
save.
Oh, just
It's
save
already
as.
saved. All right. So now it's just telling you if you want it, you got to buy it.
Right.
But then you
just close that.
close that and close that file.
Okay.
All right, and then they're going to try to tell you, do you want to buy? So again, wow.
Right
In
now,
my
it's
opinion, if you can, I'd go for the all plugins edition.
All
Okay,
plugins
now
edition.
this, it's on sale right now, which is profound. This is a good deal. Now again, if you can't do it, the most popular they're showing you is the producer edition. You do get a lot. For $139, if you're able to do it, I highly recommend buy it. Even the signature, buy it. If you can go all plugins edition, great. But again, if you're just using it for ministry, you're not really, the free trial works as you just showed you.
Okay.
But if you're really trying to get more into it, you want more about the product as far as it's like a tool. You're gonna get what you pay for. I want to have all the tools possible available so I can have the best outcome of my product. But this is on sale right now, so
Yeah. And you did it for a couple of years,
I did a couple, 2 years for free.
like 2 years for free. Okay. And so did you learn all of this before you got saved?
Yeah, so a lot of it was trial and error at first. From about 15, 16 years old, I started off with like Audacity. I started off with like different voice recorders, just hooking up my piano into a computer, recording into a computer, and trying to get vocals and just figuring it out. And once I got in 2011, I enrolled in Full Sail University. It's a production school, movie, music production school. So they taught me some stuff too. They gave me a lot of equipment. So I just kind of built on what they gave me as well.
Okay.
But a lot of it was trial and error. A lot of it was still trial and error. So you want to open the, you want to see if it's there.
Yeah.
So if we close that, just check this out. It should be on your desktop.
Yeah, well, the file.
So
Okay.
let's say if you saved it and you're like, what happens if I do want to go back to it? So you just exit that out, and you can close that one out. And then you go to
Here, you
files. You would go to somewhere over here, file, open,
okay.
right? And then if you bought it, what do you do? Remember, you're going to go to projects, my songs. It's here, and you would see the file, right? It's where you see that's the file next to it, and it would tell you in order to open it, you gotta
Right.
buy it. But
Okay.
what's good to know is that your work is there.
Yeah.
It's not completely deleted.
And I think because you saved it, each one individually, you could open all those back up
Exactly.
and work
So
on
now here's the other truth is that's why another reason why you do that is because although I can't open up the file, I've already got out everything I need.
Right.
So even if I needed to go back in, I'm like, okay, where are my files at? They're right here. All the things you recorded, everything you. So you're kind of bypassing their buy. I just bounced out everything so I could open it up. Oh man, I need some adjustments I can make. Go do it. You pull them back over, your vocals, your ad libs, your chorus. So now you see this kind of a safety net, and in the free, you're just figuring out to make it work. You know, again, if you want to buy it to bypass, that's great. I have it so I can stop any moment and open it. But if you don't, I've just showed you how you can get around all of that.
Okay. And then in the beginning we had said the presets. Can you like let's say if you were just to open the regular one and then
Okay.
see if those presets work?
So yeah, if you were to open it up and you bought it,
No, like if we did it, like remember we saved those those. I wonder if it would show up now.
so yeah, so you would go here, remember, set to mic 1,
Okay.
right click, file,
Okay.
open mixer state,
Okay.
and here it is.
And I wonder if it will work. If you click it.
Nope.
No, it didn't.
You gotta
Okay.
buy it.
You gotta buy it. Okay. So now we know.
But it's there. But
But
again,
it's there. But we can go back to
you
the
can
video.
go back to the video
Watch it.
and just say, okay, what was it? Go back to the video and it'll show you.
And it was,
Yep.
okay. Okay. And then so if somebody wanted to do it on their actual computer, they could use something like Clipchamp or anything like that and add it as audio. Right? Because this is like a free program. And if they didn't want to do it on their phone, we could just put the audio, put it right in here,
that.
and it will
Yep.
open it up. And then they could add whatever they
You
wanted
can do
to.
whatever you want. Yep.
Okay.
I just preferred it my phone because I can make it and then I can get away from my computer. So sometimes I'll be making lyric videos sometimes on an airplane, or if I'm just got some downtime,
You can
I'm
do it.
traveling, or if I'm in a hotel room, I can always do it.
Right.
The major part, as long as I can get the song done, I'm good.
You're good. Okay. So you used just depending because like you like your video just simple a background picture and then just the lyrics.
Sometimes I just get the image, if it's appropriate, I get the image of the current one they use, and I just put over it, you know,
Okay.
whatever it is that they named it, and it's there.
Okay. So then this would be like if you were gonna do it on, you could just add it to your
Yeah,
timeline.
there it is.
And there it is.
And just make your lyrics. Put your lyrics
You
where
can
they
put
go, cut, paste, boom.
Yeah, same thing. Okay.
And there it is.
And then add your picture, add whatever you wanted to, and then when you finish, you could just go to YouTube and add it
Export
straight
it
to
and it goes
YouTube.
straight to YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. And which would be here, create,
Create,
Upload
upload
video.
video.
and it'll go straight there.
Boom. There it is.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I appreciate all your help. Thank you for your time. I know we took a little
right.
time, but
It's all right.
this is good because this is stuff that like you went to school and you had to learn take a little course here,
Yeah.
a lot of trial and error. So people are getting your expertise and they can go from there.
They go
can
from
learn
there and build. Yep. Make it their
and
own.
use it for the kingdom.
There it is.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
My privilege.
Thank you so much.